Yo, conceived as one, split into two. Gonna talk so much shit till the air goes blue. After we're through, you're gonna wish you were monozygotic too. Just a couple of Nimpods up to no good. Couple of Nimpods up to no good. See what we're doing there? It's Nimrods. But it's a podcast with Nimpods.
Oh yeah, you know that sound. It's Nimpods 42. It's not
It's not real until the fog comes.
Yo, conceived as one, spit into two. You're talking so much shit till your eyes go blue.
So the air goes blue. The air goes blue.
Sang it originally.
You don't even know the actual song?
It's been a long time. I don't actually listen to the whole thing anymore.
Nimpods 42, take one.
Let's take two, actually.
Nimpods 42, take three.
Take 4 hours. Welcome to Nimpods 42. I'm Jamie Francis. Welcome to the Francis Brothers Films channel. It's Francis Brothers Films. Why are we watching a bunch of two twins doing a podcast? A video podcast.
Because everyone does podcasts, and why can't we?
And we also threw in the video portion, which is hot nowadays, apparently. But we were doing that way back, way before it was hot.
Yes.
We actually started this thing in about 2013. We're thinking. I actually don't really know the actual date or anything. That's like a fucking long time. It's kind of crazy. Like, it's really crazy, actually.
Time flies.
Because I was looking at an old diary I wrote, like a Gmail diary to myself. And I was like, oh, this is so old. And it's from 2015. So it's only like 5 years old. So it's not like...
What's some nuggets in there?
I can read them if you want.
Sure.
They're not that enthralling. You really want...
Well, I feel like
I feel like the content going like this.
I feel like you have something to say. Why would you bring that up if you didn't have anything to say?
Well, it's like Poochie, right? Did he actually have something to say? Didn't have anything to say. Yeah, welcome to Nimpods. It's Nimpods 42. We're thinking this is sort of like the new season, just revamp. Right? And we started off thinking of like, how do we make it more like, just kind of like more engaging? We want it more engaging. We want you guys to be more involved. The three people. I know about 3 people that listen to Nimpods. And so we want, where we did come with, we had that idea where if you comment, subscribe to the channel, comment anything, we're gonna like, you blow your socks off. We're gonna Nardwuar the shit out of you. We're gonna like find stuff you've done and like totally like,
we'll psychoanalyze every comment.
We'll find your old MySpace page.
Well, then it's just getting creepy.
Yeah,
we're not going to want to comment. No, we want to.
We want it to be positive.
All positive
all
stuff.
Positive.
Even if it takes a lot of digging.
Yeah. So like, if this has 42 views and then has no comments, maybe one comment, I'll know there's 41 of you MFs out there that didn't want to comment or anything. With anything, emoji, anything's, any kind of comment. Can you even do like emojis on YouTube?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think so.
You can on Instagram. I don't even know on YouTube. I don't know. Not too sure. Yeah. So I really want to hear your comments, even if it's like you guys suck like so hard. Right? Mm-hmm. You want to hear that?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Because I know you.
I'm pretty thick-skinned. Thick-skinned is what you can say it is. So there's a format idea that we had. This is probably the extent of the format. Is, hey Dan, you want to talk about, and then or Dan will do the same thing to me, and then we'll come up with some topic. But we actually have a little bit of preparation involved with this, and I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if Dan even looked at the sheet. We did make a Google sheet of like something that just random stuff to talk about. Did you look at the sheet?
Yes.
Once.
I added.
He did add one, and it's something I haven't actually watched yet, so it's probably gonna be.
I forgot what I added.
It was Uncut
Gems.
And we want to do like kind of like not reviews, but just like thoughts on movies and stuff. But like honestly, like, we don't watch a ton of movies, really.
I finished Horse Girl.
Oh yeah, you watch a lot more movies than I do.
But no, I don't really like.
Yeah,
I mean, I probably watch more movies than you, but
I don't want to be one of those dicks like, oh, I just don't have time to watch movies or shows and stuff. And it's just, but it is like kind of like, you know, it is kind of true. you run, but there's times when I have chances to watch movies. I just end up falling asleep or something.
Uncut Gems is good.
I did watch Toy Story 4 or like a chunk of it.
You watch a lot of Disney stuff.
Oh, I got Disney Plus, motherfucker. No, the wife likes Disney and stuff, so we end up watching a lot of Disney stuff. But I mean, we have a little kid now too, so it's two against what? And I'm not a hater of Disney either, so we're 3-0. There's nobody against us. Do you want to bring up some of the what do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Do you want to start it or do
Go ahead. You have an idea?
I have to look at the list. You got to talk to the fans. Like, I don't want to edit this.
Yeah.
So just talk to the audience as I find this.
Jay's looking through his phone. Do you guys like the new studio?
You guys comment below what you want to know info about. Not everything's got actually any kind of cool story to it. I mean, some are just like, this helmet we've tried to put in a thing for quite a while. A couple pitches I think we've had it in. Just like a helmet Dan made. We got a slate that we never use. 3 feature films and barely
we just used it.
Oh yeah, that's true. We'll use it more for the podcast than anything. Some keyboard that we probably never even use.
There's an old ass laptop up there. It's actually a little. It's before like Chromebooks, but it's kind of like that idea. It's pretty small.
I had that. Like
Mini
I've had
books
that
or something?
for more than 10 years.
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah.
Because I have one like that.
Yeah, I brought that from Victoria. Got old. Oh, these are actually kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys can see these. They're like old comics we used to make. You just entertain them in the background. I'm looking ways to sports ball.
Sure.
Right away, Nimpods sports ball.
Sports ball.
Like the big sports ball thing comes in. Like that's like the section.
Are you gonna do it? Because I'm not gonna put it in. Just imagine it.
Let's talk about something sports. That's the thing. Like this is gonna be no holds barred Nimpods. Just very
I'm never worried about this.
Yeah, no, because I think a little bit more professionally sometimes. Like I'm a little bit more like kind of business minded. I'm thinking about like ways to sort of elevate Nimpods to like the top of the heap of the audience, like the 5 people that listen to it. So I could think of ways to sort of like spice it up, right? I'd like to take credit for like the set, even though like the set's shitty. It's like the set idea. Anyway, let's talk sports ball. Let's talk about this is weird because we don't even watch the sport, but like the XFL started.
Oh right, and so I watched the Super Bowl. Last week.
I'm talking XFL here.
I know.
Super Bowl was so last week.
I'm just like lining up timeline wise.
Yeah.
So the Super Bowl. So
this is when we talk about sports ball. You gotta get gloves.
When did the XFL? Can I get a glove?
Oh, gotta learn how to catch a ball first.
So the Super Bowl, and then so the XFL. When did the XFL start? What I'm saying is that it was right after the Super Bowl. Like
the next weekend, I think.
So the next Sunday,
which
was I guess last Sunday.
Yeah, last week. I didn't watch any of it. I just thought it was kind of fascinating.
The XFL started. So the XFL the first year was 2000, I believe, right?
Yeah, they're trying to like
2000?
It's 2000. Yeah, it was 2001 maybe. But like they try to like this, even though it's like owned by Vince McMahon and the same kind of idea, they're trying to distance themselves from like the trashy XFL.
Oh, are they?
I don't know why don't they just change the name then? Why don't they just have a different name? I don't know.
But sorry, so it's still owned by McMahon.
Yeah, it's still the same thing.
So McMahon is.
I'm trashing it up a bit, I guess. He's trying to make it a little bit more legit.
Okay.
Like there's no like the he hate me or.
Oh, so you gotta have the real name.
I think so.
So the original XFL back in 2001.
I can't believe
2001, I think.
Yeah, whatever. 20 years ago.
I got this book here. It's 50-year.
Oh, that's interesting.
Celebrating 50 years of sports entertainment.
Props.
So there's a half a page on the XFL.
Nice. 2000, 2001.
2000, 2001.
It was one season.
An 8-team professional football league jointly ran by WWE and NBC. The XFL was designed to accentuate the game football fans craved through action-enhancing rule changes and unprecedented access into huddles and locker rooms.
They did have the very first Skycam,
Which they still use.
they used in NFL.
Well, they use now. The XFL started it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. And actually, there's a quote from Stephanie McMahon. The premise is still sound. After the Super Bowl, where do you get your football fix? The XFL could have been that answer. Well,
I like how she said the quote is like, "Shit could have been." Dad, you failed.
19, 20 years later.
Dad. Dad, the XFL is not good. It's not extreme enough.
So I remember briefly. I remember watching a little bit of XFL just because it was, something different. But they had a different. They had a face-off instead of the kickoff. They had a sort of
Yeah, that was brutal. People had career-ending injuries.
They would run towards the ball instead of kicking the kickoff. The traditional kickoff in football, they would have two receivers or two sprinters and they
fast guys.
First guy to get the ball gets the ball.
Yeah, people killed themselves basally on that. And
football's a strange sport. But I was watching the Super Bowl because I don't watch a lot of football, but it's weird. There's some weird rules, but there's just a lot something like the convert, the 1-point convert. I think is silly. Why do you have it when 99% of the time you kick the convert? It's such dead time.
Yeah,
it doesn't add.
Well, the XFL that has had the new iteration has got no point after convert. No kicking.
Okay.
You have to play a play, and one is from the 2-yard line is the 1 point.
Got to run it in, run
it in. And there's a 5 that's 2 points, and a 3-pointer, which I guess is a field goal, same as a field goal. I don't know. I'm sure a field goal is 3 in this too.
Yeah,
is 10 yards away. So you could get a 9-point play. It's actually pretty crazy.
A 10-foot field goal?
No, 10-yard play.
Oh, just from 10 yards out gets 3 points?
Oh, 10 yards. That was it's tough.
I don't mind it.
You could do that every time, Dan?
I don't understand. Yeah, I would run it every time. No, but I don't understand how, why is the convert even necessary? Why can't a score just be a score? Why can't it be a touchdown, be 7 points or 6 points or whatever?
Yeah,
and then just that's it.
You just don't understand football, Dan.
Apparently you don't.
Well, there is an interesting. The kickoff has changed again on this one. It's a lot different than the NFL. It's I don't know exactly how the footage is yards are set up, but it's the guys have to stay completely still until the guy touches the ball or catches the ball, the receiver.
Oh yeah.
So they're trying to promote more receiving touchdowns on a kickoff.
Oh okay.
And yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting.
Well, and also it probably alleviate a bit of injuries because they say that.
Oh yeah, totally, 100%. They said the kickoff. What's happened in the NFL? I was watching, and I didn't know this, but that they had 7 touchdown returns last year.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, crazy, and they actually have whatever touchback or something. I don't know what it's called exactly, but it helps promote not returning a kickoff.
Right.
And the NFL actually prefers the touchback.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking so they're thinking about the rule being better. Why not just not have the kickoff then?
Exactly. You can remove the convert,
or just do the kickoff like the XFL. I think the NFL is going to take the kickoff from that.
Why can't you just remove the kickoff?
Just to remove all kicking. No kicking.
Just throw the
field goal. You throw it through the
no, but you can still punt. You can still punt.
Oh, yeah. What's
punt or field goal? You can still field goal. Those are fine. Field goals are fun. They're actually dramatic because you got to kick a 47-yard field goal to win the game. Those are exciting. Sure. Actually, I don't want to take the excitement out of the game. I want to take out the stupid.
I got you. I got it wrong.
But the kickoffs are just kind of stupid.
Can we talk about
unless there's a TD return, which are exciting?
I feel like this is sports ball Nimpods 42. Because I have another sports thing.
But can I finish my thought?
I thought you were just rambling.
No, I'm not. It's all the same. No, But you've just wanted to change the subject when I'm clearly not done. But
I'm kind of like
yeah, you're hinting at it. But the kickoff is, and also they just, instead of the returned touchdown, which are exciting, other than that, they're just like a bad situation for like severe injuries.
Yeah,
on kickoffs. So just start the game at like the 30 or whatever, or 25, your own 20.
Yeah, you could,
or some arbitrary line, whatever, and just start from there.
Yeah. It's really cold in here. This is very Canadiana right in here.
I don't think it's that cold.
It's not like life preserver cold.
No.
Kobe Bryant sadly crashed. That was I guess a couple of weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago. It's been pretty.
That sucked. It's just there's nothing really else to talk about it.
Yeah. No, I didn't really want to talk about the whole Kobe thing. But it's super sad, and it's funny because I'm not a basketball guy. I'm not even a football guy. I'm not we like baseball and like hockey, I guess. And but general sports stuff is more on the general. But Kobe, everybody knew who Kobe was. Kobe's like a fucking legend. He's just been there forever, and he's just. And when I think of basketball, you think of Kobe, really, and I guess LeBron and Michael Jordan. But not really. There's not that many people that had that kind of career. But anyway, what I was getting at is they have, again, basketball, but it's the All-Star game. They're trying this thing on the All-Star game, which is coming up soon, and it's called the Elna rule. Elna, it's some guy named Elna or something, and I forget what Elma. I don't forget. I apologize to the family, but he's came with this idea where it's actually really. I was like, wow, that's so so silly. But then it's wait, and then I read about it. I'm like, well, that's actually not bad, and you can do it for other sports. If for the All-Star game, they're doing 24 points, but there's different versions of it. But what it is after the third quarter, basically 75% of the game, say Team Western Conference is winning by 20 points. Then you add 24 points to their score. So say they have 80 points. You add 24 points for the fourth quarter. So 104 points is the target score. So the other team had 72 points. They have to get 104 points. I'm making this way confusing. Okay, so say you have say the team leader, the team that's leading after three quarters has 100 points. I'm just gonna go with 100, even though it's probably not believable. And the team losing has 75 points. Then they add 24 points.
So it's 125
that they need to get to win the game.
Right.
And obviously the team with 75 has to get 125 too.
So they have to get they have to get twice.
Yeah,
twice the amount that
just happened to be twice. So those that was a random thing. If they were down by one, it would have been the same, 24 plus the 1 for the team losing.
Okay.
To win the game, it's a target amount.
Okay.
There's no time. There's no time.
But what?
Basically, there's no time.
Oh, there's no time.
No, it's just it's a pickup basketball game after that. In the fourth quarter, there's no time. I don't know if it's the fourth quarter. It might be the last certain amount of minutes.
But how do you?
It's hard to I made it really confusing.
Well, what? I don't understand how when does the game end?
When you hit the target points.
What if you don't?
Well, you don't because there's no time.
That's what I mean. But who wins?
The team that hits the 125 points.
Oh, sorry. So, right. Okay, so the team leading still doesn't have that points. You add it to this arbitrary number.
24 because of Kobe.
So team A is leading 100 to 99.
Sure. They both have to get 125.
They still have those scores.
Yeah.
Going into the fourth.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But the target is 101.
Well, no, he has plus 24.
Oh, it's always plus 24.
Well, 24 because of Kobe for this one, but like, you know, like they're saying that in the NBA they might actually, they've been thinking about, I don't know how close they've been thinking about actually doing it for like all of it, like for like the league, because it gets rid of like kind of bullshit at the end of the games, like where people like clock it out and all that shit. Yeah, especially in basketball, it's the worst. But what I was thinking, I kind of adding to it is
they're going to do this for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
When is the All-Star game?
Coming up. But
yeah, it should be.
I think it would be really interesting. Because, you know, you got 100... It's always kind of like a buzzer beater at the end. Even if they're up by, say, 5, if the team gets the points, it's still like a good celebration, not just like a walking off the court. They win because they won by 20.
Right.
But, like...
It's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's super interesting. But I was thinking about... Because basketball is pretty bad when it comes to, like, the end of the game. But what about other sports? Imagine football. Like at the fourth quarter. I'm not talking like I know anything about football, but man, is it brutal at the end?
Yeah, it can be.
Like it's
taking a knee and all that.
Where like you have to get a touchdown to win the game, almost like an OT, right? It's almost like an OT. Like say the fourth quarter, if the winning team, then you add say whatever 7 points, or maybe even 10 points.
Yeah.
So I think 7 would probably be believable for a quarter. I don't know how many points are in a game usually. Maybe 6. So that's like a touchdown or 2 field goals. Maybe that will work. I don't know. But that would be so cool. Then like a team's way down, then they have to get like whatever, a bunch of but they have a chance to like come back. I don't know. I think it would be really interesting.
Yeah.
I like the idea overall.
Well, football has the has similar elements to the game that's like similar in a way to baseball, where they have the other units of the game. Basketball has points and time. Baseball has outs, which takes place of the time, essentially.
Yeah.
And football also with downs, right? That sort of can be placed, that you could replace it with time, but they have time and downs. Right, so you could,
never thought of that because baseball's just one, really. Well, I guess innings,
outs and innings, like they take place of the like. That's
there's no time. There's no time at all in baseball. It's literally, I guess that's kind of like the only sport that doesn't really have a time-based thing.
No,
and that's why they're 9 hours long sometimes. But that's another argument for another day.
We can talk about baseball for a while.
Yeah. Let's not talk about baseball anymore. Let's end the sports ball for now.
But you were going to talk about XFL. You mentioned XFL. You literally said the letters.
You can't do this shit. You can't go like, you bring it up if you don't want to talk about it, dude. Like, oh no. Like I was just I wanted to start.
You literally said the letters
XFL,
and then I did the rest.
Well, yeah, because I didn't get to the point of like what I was trying to get at. I don't actually remember the point.
Back to
I think it was the rule. I think it was the rules.
The rules,
like the kickoff and stuff. I don't know. I like the idea of like a stupid another league that competes against the NFL.
Well, football is huge. Like it's just I can't believe how big football is. So maybe they'll do well. Do you know the numbers on those days? Like,
I think it did okay.
Week 1?
I think it did okay. I don't think it had like the crazy numbers the XFL original did, because the first weeks were crazy.
Yeah, and then it was
then it just
week 2 was like half.
Yeah,
then week 3 half of that.
Yeah. Do you want to talk movies? Do you want to talk about the Oscars? Did you watch the Oscars?
No.
I've watched highlights like sporadically over the week.
I heard there was some kind of quip about like cats.
Yeah, there was a cat like. James Corden went up because he's in it, right? And then I think it wasn't Judi Dench; it was somebody else. But they like made it like, oh, I know. They're dressed up in like cats, and they're like, oh, I know the importance of visual effects. But they like
ragging on the movie.
But they were like, what are they talking? They were presenting the visual effects award.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, oh, we know the importance of visual effects. Like, fucking really bad joke. It's nothing to do with visual effects. Cats has nothing to do with visual effects. Like,
I don't know. I haven't.
That's what people are saying. It's like it's not because the visual effects are bad. It's because the decision was bad. Like the decision of making the movie was bad. It's like the child shouldn't have been born. Not no. Yeah. That like you don't even get it yet. Like the visual effects weren't the problem, just the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen Cats, but
No.
I've heard it's just brutal. But the story and everything's brutal, not just the visual effects. And like, I don't know, maybe I'm going a little harsh on it, but it's like the visual effects in the trailer, as stupid and bad they were, technically, I guess. Like, it wasn't. I still was like, well, they're human cats. What do you expect? Like, I don't really get it. Other than like just, I don't. What did people want this to look like? Like, would it just been better if they just were like costumes? Probably. Maybe.
To me, it seemed like, I mean, it was very, very popular, like, musical.
Yeah.
Obviously, it ran for like 30 years, right?
Yeah.
But like, I still don't
think
think
it's, like-
anyone asked for it, like, for the movie.
Well, like, apparently, like the actual like Cats, like the play, like, I guess the musical is like pretty blah. Like, the story's not really much of anything.
Just cats.
It's just it's literally just
It's right on Front Street.
So I don't know.
It's about cats.
I don't know. I just don't get what people expected.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like been a lot of bombs though lately. Like that. Like apparently that Birds of Prey movie bombed. But I was reading this argument. It's like, well, why is it called? Well, no.
They've changed the name or
They
something.
changed the name of it after it was released. Like, people are gonna care. Like, what are they gonna see a poster now? Like, oh, it's a movie about Harley Quinn. Oh,
What's it
now I'm
called
gonna
now?
go see. It's called like Harley Quinn something.
Harley Quinn and
But
the
it's
Birds
like,
of
why
Prey?
the hell didn't you just call it that in the first place?
Oh, but that all of a sudden is gonna like put the movie into the
Well, no,
stratosphere.
apparently
Like,
people like
the title
lost-
change.
Yeah, well, that too.
The
But it's-
title change is gonna
No, but
like
people liked Harley Quinn as a character.
Yeah.
And it's like, but then you name it Birds of Prey, which is, I think, is the comic. Isn't the comic called Birds of Prey that she's
Yeah,
into?
I believe so.
Like, it's based on a comic. I get that, but it's like, they always just, like, it's almost like self-sabotage. It's like, and then they have this, like, weirdly weird, like,
The
emancipation of Harley Quinn as, like, a subtitle kind of thing, like,
oh right.
on the original title. But now it's just called Harley Quinn something. I don't know. And then what's with this, like, new, like, Cats was all edited after, and they updated the.
Oh, I know.
It's just crazy.
They made some edits or something, right? No, they tweaked some.
Tweet some effects. There was like Judi Dench's hands in it and
It
stuff.
wasn't simply like cuts.
No,
like,
it's
it was,
crazy.
like-
I mean, I'm talking way out of my ass because I haven't seen any of these movies. They're probably fine. And we know making shit is hard. But like Cats to me was like, okay, like it looks like what I would expect a Cats movie to be. Something I wouldn't watch.
Yeah.
Like, okay. It's weird. It's weird how do we end this?